job of a cover letter is to get an employer to read your resume. So don't just rehash everything that's in your resume. Go back to that job ad and just in a few paragraphs, describe why you are a good fit for the job that's on offer.
The reasons why you would be excluded pretty much up front from an application for a role. First of all, you haven't done a cover letter. And the reason that you need a cover letter is it shows that you've actually taken the time to read the job ad and you've taken time to think about how you meet or match the criteria required.
A good cover letter is one which adds to your resume and adds to the application that you are applying for. So a good cover letter can be tailored by looking at the job advert and seeking out the 2 or 3 key things in a job advert that you think the employer is looking for, and then giving an example in the cover letter of when you have shown those attributes. So for example, if dealing with conflict is one of them, you might put in the cover letter a situation where you dealt very well with conflict. And it's really important to make sure it's addressed to the right person. Find out the person's name, don't just leave it as a dear sir or madam. Go to the effort to find out the person's name so that it is personally addressed. Shouldn't be any more than 2 or 3 paragraphs at most, certainly no more than 1 side of A4 or 2 or 3 paragraphs in an email.
The cover letter should be brief. It should cover 4 paragraphs of who you are and what you want, your skills and experiences and how they relate to the role, the sort of value that you can offer to the company, and your availability to interview. Clearly, you should make sure that there's no spelling mistakes in your cover letter, as should be the case also with your resume.
This is your opportunity to make sure that you are grabbing the attention of the person that you are applying for the job. Also highlighting the job that you are applying for, such as a reference number or a job title, and then skill matching your skills to the key skills that they've identified in that job advertisement. So for example, if they're looking for someone that's driven and passionate, identifying some of those traits that you have possessed and demonstrated in the past in your cover letter.
In terms of the application that you're sending in electronically, it's important to consider whether you're going to use the cover letter as a separate document or whether you're going to put that in the email. Either is fine, but if your cover letter is in a separate document, your email should just be very short and sweet. Dear Nina, please find attached my resume and cover letter. Kind regards, Joe Blocks. If you are not going to attach a separate cover letter, then you need to write some detail in the content of the email, and the subject line should just be very short and sweet with the job title of the position you're applying for and the reference number if there is one.
But certainly using the job ad and the skills required for a job to highlight your experiences is extremely important in helping get you an interview. That cover letter and resume are the tool to get you the first interview, and you should use those to the best of your ability to try and get that meeting.
People often have a generic cover letter that they just send out. In my experience, I've read a lot where they've actually referred to another job with the job categorisation incorrect. They've had the incorrect name of the person, or the actual information or content of the cover letter refers to a completely different job. So what that indicates to a recruiter is that this person is just playing a numbers game. I'm actually not specifically interested in that role, but I'm really worried that I'm not going to get a job, and I think my best strategy is to just basically shoot out as many applications as possible. And it doesn't work like that. You have to think about the cover letter and the resume as being indicative and representative of you and your brand as an employee in the market. So if it's not special, don't send it.